Hey everybody, this is Kathy from Handmade, and I'm coming at you today with my recap video on all of my thoughts, purchases, my experience, everything that has to do with the Sewing and Stitchery Expo, or shortened for Sew Expo, that I just attended last weekend in Puyallup, Washington. It was at the Washington State Fairgrounds, and it was amazing. It was so fun. It was my first time to the Pacific Northwest, and that's one area of the country that I've always wanted to visit. I've always wanted to see, but have never had the chance or the opportunity to go. So I was so excited to be able to go to Seattle and just see everything about the Pacific Northwest. And if you have followed me for any amount of time, or if you're in my Facebook group, you know that I have an affinity for Bigfoot. So it was extra fun for me to be in that part of the country and just see all of the cultural pieces and the fun stickers and t-shirts and statues and just the whole culture of Bigfoot, so prominent in that part of the country. So that was really fun. Let's see, my thoughts about the expo. The expo, in one word, amazing. It was so fun. It's huge. It is, like I said, it's in the fairgrounds. They had the showplex, which is where the vendor hall was, and the food court. There were maybe, I'm trying to think, maybe six, five, probably, I think around six different like eating spots. And then they had a huge area that had tables and chairs. So you could sit down and eat, you could sit down and take a rest. What I really liked about that was that it was in the same location as the vendor hall. So you didn't have to leave the expo to go grab something to eat or to sit down and take a break. You could stay right there. You could sit at a table and, like, depending on what side of the table you were sitting on, you could still look at everything in the expo hall, see what is out there, see people walking by. It was great. So I loved that aspect of it. Also, there were, I think, 9 rows of vendors, and it went the whole width of the Showplex building. So there were tons of vendors up and down each aisle. Anything you could think of. There was Bernina, sewing machines, sewing tables, long arms, fabric, any kind of fabric, cotton woven. There were Polynesian prints. There were African prints. There was a hand embroidery booth, a bunch of yarn places, like hand woven yarn, scissors. There was Kai. There was cutter bug. And they have the light up boards for cutting mats, and the clear cutting mats, which are super cool. I did not get one of those this time, but I was looking at them. They're really cool. Let's see what else. Vendors with upholstery fabrics, vinyl, of course, cork, wax canvas. I know I'm forgetting a whole bunch. There were hardware suppliers, strap webbing. There were some like more vintage themed booths as far as like sewing patterns and designs. And then there was also a featherweight station, which I was drooling over every time I went by. I would love to get a featherweight. And then in the very back of the booth, they had a social media lounge, which had more, it had some like kind of taller, like almost like cocktail tables that you would just stand at. And then they had some more like couches and regular cushioned chairs that you could sit down in, much more comfortable than the chairs at the food court. So you could sit there and rest, and they also had plugs. So if you needed to recharge your phone or your device, they had that available there too. And then there was a free stage that had lectures, demos, other free classes that you could take. That was in the back there on that area. And then they also had, their charity was the Linus Blanket Project, where you make blankets or you donate blankets, to that charity. And they had a spot where you could drop off a blanket that you made, or they had things set up where you could work on a small part of a blanket, and that would be then donated to the charity. And so I just thought that was really neat that you could have that ability to, even if you weren't able to bring your own blanket, you could still contribute to the project by working on a blanket that they had there that they were working on. So I just thought that was really neat. And then you had, let's see, of course you had bathrooms in there. You had several more classrooms and like your information booths and like the show or the expo hostess kind of thing. So if you had any questions, you could go there and get everything answered. So that was all in the Showplex building. Then across the way, there was in another building, it was paved, and it was another like expo hall, but much smaller. And this one was divided up, and this is where the classrooms were. So I taught 2 classes at the expo. I taught the Clear and Jelly Nooga as a wristlet version, and then I taught the Scoops Ahoy Tote. Both of those were very modified because we had just 2.5 hours for our class, which, as you know, if you've taken classes, that's not much time at all. So I had to make the project fit the time frame, but everybody did get a copy of the patterns for the project, so they would be able to make the full project with all of the features that they wanted to at a later time. So that was really cool. Both of my classes were at 8 a.m., which for me was not a problem. I'm normally not a morning person, but I tried to stay on Central Time Zone, even though I was 2 hours earlier on the Pacific Time Zone. And so 8 a.m. for me was like 10 a.m. That's what I was telling myself in my head. It's not really an 8 a.m. class, it's a 10 a.m. class, and 10 a.m. is great. So I try to stay on my time schedule as much as possible, which also made my flight home a little bit easier. I still had to get up at 2:30 in the morning Pacific time to head to the airport for a very early flight. So, but it was all worth it. Everything was worth it. And I just wanted to say I had the best time in both of my classes. I had people that have taken my classes before, people that I had met at other expos who came and took my class here at Sew Expo. And then I had other people that I knew that I've never taken a class before come and take the class. And then I just had new people that I had never met. So it was a great mix, a great combination. And I think everybody had fun. We got our projects finished. The Scoops Ahoy Tote was a little tight coming in at the end, but we got everything done just in time. So it was great. And I definitely would go back again. I hope I have the opportunity and I can come back again next year, because I have some new ideas on some things that we could do and teach at the next expo. So all that said, it was amazing. It was great seeing all of my friends. And meeting new friends. And yeah, so that's my kind of recap about the expo in general. Now let me show you the stuff I got, because that's what everybody wants to see, right? What did you get? Okay, so I'm going to try to go by vendor, show you what the pieces are that I got, and then I will link to everything in the notes in the description part of this video, so that if you want to go back and look for any of the pieces that I got, you'll know the vendor and their website and what the pieces are called. All right, so I was there to help Lauren Mormino from Mormino, and kind of be a floater if I needed help if I was needed as a helper in a classroom, or in a booth if someone needed a bathroom break, or they needed me to get something to drink, or whatever they needed. I was like, just tell me, whatever you need, I'm here to help. So I was kind of around a bunch. My mom was with me. We were kind of little floater helpers around in the area. So it was great just kind of being kind of in with the vendors and with Lauren and Brittany from the Emporium and Jess and Eric from So Many Creations. We were all right in a row. So it was just great kind of hanging out, you know, bouncing between the booths all day, all day long and helping where we can. So I will show you what I got from each of the vendors, and then we'll see where we go from there. Okay, so from the Mormino booth, I got some new waterproof, this is waterproof canvas, and this is a new printed canvas. Lauren has only had solids in the past, so she's going into having more options in the printed canvas, the printed waterproof canvas. So these are some of the prints that are coming. So this is the pink tone garden splash. So I got that. And then this is waterproof cotton. So it's a little different. It's not the canvas, it's cotton. And the cotton, the difference is the cotton is a little softer. I think they're both, in terms of waterproofness, they're both about the same. But this one is, again, this is the garden splash in waterproof cotton. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. And I hoping that I can get my hands on some of this in vinyl. So I'm hoping for that one. Okay, so let's see. I've got a lot of stuff here. Let me just find a spot to put it where it won't come crashing down. Okay, and then I also was able to get a couple copies or a couple sample pieces. Again, this is the pink, and then it also comes in purple, blue, and then we have this daisies in the same material. This is the waterproof canvas. So I got my hands on some of those samples. There are lots more, but that's that one. And then also from the Mormino booth, this is Pearl Luxe vinyl in powder rose. So it's kind of this really like beautiful, like lilac. It's like a purple, pink, mauve kind of, but it's gorgeous. So I got a roll of that. And then I got Sweet Mint. This is a satin vinyl. And I just kept looking at this one. It's so soft, you guys. It's so soft. It's got the kind of felt. I don't know if Lauren's watching. I don't know what the backing material is, but it does feel kind of more felt-like. It's very soft. And then, like I said, the front of this, very soft. And it just feels good. You know, like I'm like, ooh, I need to make something with this because it feels really good. So that's in mint. I also got the Australian pink clay. This is a matte vinyl. And it has a bit of a print, a bit of a texture to it, if you can see that. That is very pretty. Again, that one was the Australian pink clay. And then I got this one, which is muted mauve. And this is a luxe vinyl roll, mid-weight. So there's that one. Gorgeous. I'm so excited to be able to use these vinyls and see what I can come up with. Okay, getting reorganized a bit. And then Brittany from the Emporium had a booth right next to the Mormino booth. So I was able to get my hand on a roll of this. If you know, is this upside down? I might have it upside down. But it's all sewing related. Brittany has the cutest vinyls. So she has a lot of cat themed items. So if you love cats, go check her out. She's got like just the cutest prints you'd ever see. So this one is called, what does this say? Oh, it just says retail smooth vinyl. But it is a sewing related vinyl, and it's in kind of like this pinky purple colorway. She also has a yarn related one, so like crocheting and knitting type thing. She has one like that, and that one has more of like a bluish kind of teal background. Also, I almost got that one. This was the one I wanted, and I had to go because I had to teach a class, and she only had, I think, 2 or 3 rolls of this left, and I was like, I'll get it when I get back from my class. Well, then when I got back from class, I was starving, so I had to go get something to eat, and then, like, I think we went around a little bit. Anyways, by the time I got back to the booth, I went to her shelf, and I was like, it's gone. It's gone. Like, it's not there. Oh no. Like, this is tragic. And it's like, that's the thing, you know, like with expos, you want to get there early. If there's something you see that you want, get it. Don't wait. Don't say, I'm just going to make my loop and I'll come back and get it. If you really want it, get it, because there's no guarantees it's going to be there when you get back. Especially if you come later in the expo, like not the first or second day. So I was very sad. I thought it was gone forever. And then as I was standing there talking to Brittany, I was just looking around, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, there it is. And it was like someone had put it in another bin where it shouldn't be. So I was like, oh, I grabbed it, and I'm like, yay, I got my 1 roll. So I only got 1 roll, but I got some. So anyways, I just love it. I think it's so cute. And then from Brittany, I also got some webbing. So this one is like a pastel stripe. I don't want to say rainbow, but it's like pinks and purples and teals. Super cute. And then this leopard print with the hearts on it. I just thought that was adorable. I love the hearts. I'm usually not an animal print kind of person, but with the hearts on it, I just thought, it's so cute. I need to get it. It's just so cute. Okay, so that was from Mormino. Oh, sorry, that was from the Emporium. That's Brittany at the Emporium. I also stopped by the Dee-Oh booth, and if you were following any of my daily lives or recaps, you'll see on Friday's video that I had a photobomb, a live photobomb by Ellen Kay, who is the owner of Dee-Oh, and I went back and talked to her, and she's just, I've ordered from her in the past, but I never had the chance to talk to her in person, so I was able to spend some time and talk to her, and she's just a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of information. She has such great ideas, and she's like, ooh, what if you did this, and what if you did this? And it was like, yeah, I mean, oh my gosh, that that would be amazing. So I picked up some stuff from her. You're probably going to see it in some upcoming projects of mine. I will show you the stuff that I got, and then when I make the item, I'll reference back to this video and I'll say, yeah, this is the stuff that I got from Dee-Oh at Sew Expo that I talked about in that video. So you'll know, kind of, you'll be able to relate it back to see what I'm talking about. Okay, so the thing with Dee-Oh, she actually was one of, she might even be the very first person that I ever bought vinyl from for bag making purposes. She has beautiful vinyls. There are a lot of textured vinyls. A lot of her vinyls are printed differently, so they pass the rub test. Some of the newer vinyls, or I don't know if I necessarily want to say newer, but some of the vinyls, the way they're just printed on top of the vinyl. So after a little bit of wear and tear, your design is going to rub right off. With Ellen's vinyls, it's printed into, like it's built into the layers. So it passes the rub test. It's not going to wear off unless it's like, you know, you've had the bag for 20 years and you use it every day. And it's just showing natural wear and tear, just like any bag would. So I still have some of her vinyls. I haven't purchased much from her in the past, but I'm going to be supporting her much more because, well, for one, she has great product. Secondly, she's super sweet, and I really like her a lot. And I just think it's important to support the small businesses, especially in this industry. So many people are working small businesses out of their house or out of very small locations, and they don't have the big, you know, the Amazons or the Walmarts or the Targets or whatever behind them. So I just think it's really important because it really makes an impact in that person's actual life, You know, we're not not adding more money to the billionaires' pockets. We're actually making this person that we know personally, we're helping them and making it possible for them to live their dream. So, all of that sappiness said, let me show you what I got from Dee-Oh. So this is a vinyl here, and it's got, if I show you the back, what is this one called? This is Carob Shantung vinyl. So it's like this, it's almost got like a linen kind of feel to it and look. It's gorgeous. You guys, it's gorgeous. And so this is the Carob one. On the back, it's got like this, I'm hiding the sticker because I want to show it to you in a second. But on the back, there we go. It's got like this, like a thinner felt material. It's very, like you can see, it's very soft. It's easy to work with, and it will be durable. The thing that I wanted to show you though is, you guys, look at this price. I don't know if you can see that. $4.50 for this whole roll of vinyl. What? $4.50. And then I got it in Deep Night Sky. Look at that, would you? Oh my gosh. Gorgeous. I cannot wait to use this one. Okay, so this one was a little bit more. This one was $8. Still $8. This one is butterscotch. Same Shantung butterscotch. Again, this was $8. Even at $8 a roll, I mean, for gorgeous fabrics, gorgeous vinyls that work so well, this one is Aqua Mist. Oh, and this one is $6. So you guys, go check out, if you haven't checked out Dee-Oh, go check out Dee-Oh. Dee-Oh. Go check them out and get you some vinyl. They also have, she also has, this is upholstery material. So this is upholstery weight, and this works great. It works so great for the inside of bags. So for instance, what if I put these two together? And this would be my lining. You don't have to use any interfacing with it. It's durable. It's colorful. It's so cool. And then I got this one. I realized that I was going for all the stripes, as you'll see in my next couple of prints, but I've got this one, and this one, which I think is just gorgeous. But look what this would look like. You could do these, you could do those together. You could do those together. You could do those together. Like, there's so many options. This one, you could do these two together. You could do this. You could do those two. You could do those. You get the idea. I mean, there's so many options, and each of these rolls are, the upholstery weight fabric was $7.25, $6.75. What is this one? $7, and then this one was $6. So the thing that I love about L&K is, with Dee-Oh, is that she could be charging a lot more for her vinyls. If you know what the prices are in the industry, you're probably thinking, that's so cheap. Her philosophy is that she tries to keep her costs down as much as possible, because she knows there are a lot of people in the industry that are retired or on fixed incomes, or are just doing this as a little side thing, and they don't have a lot of money to spend. So she doesn't want to, while she could price her items more, she really tries to keep them cheap I don't want to say cheap, I want to say inexpensive, or at a price that is attainable and affordable for people to get, so that they can still make beautiful bags and they have what they need, and they have beautiful stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting junky stuff. You're getting beautiful, gorgeous pieces that you're just going to be able to make great bags with. So I really like L&K. I hope that if you get a chance, if you haven't purchased anything from her in the past, please go take a look and grab you some stuff. Okay, so that is from Bodio. Whew, that's a lot. All right, next I stopped by the Kai scissors booth. Kai had all of their scissors out. It was just fun to pick them up and try them, and I'm like, oh, like just, you know, the motion of opening and closing a scissor, it was like you knew you were driving like the Cadillac of scissors. Like I don't even know if that's a good analogy anymore, but you know what I'm saying? Like they were so nice. The weight was great. The opening and cutting, everything was so smooth. It was amazing. So while I did not pick up any big new Kai scissors, I did pick up this. This is just a little thread trimmer, and I thought it was great. It's got a little cover on it, but I thought this would be great because then I could put it like on a lanyard or on a chain of some sort and wear it. Because I'm always putting down my snippers and I'm like, I just had them. Like, where did they go? I'm looking all over the place. Can't find them anywhere. So I just thought that would be great to have. And then I picked up some Kai. There we go. Some Kai. There. Rotary blades. So these rotary blades are made from tungsten steel, and because it is a harder metal, a harder steel, they last about 25% longer than your average rotary cutter. And for me, I know that's a great thing because I don't want to change my rotary cutter as often as I should. So I just keep pushing harder or running over it a couple times just to kind of get that to cut. But with this one, with it being a little stronger, I mean, even if it is a little bit more expensive, it's worth it. So I'm going to give those a try as well. Okay, also at Kai, they had this great little thing, which is, it just says Kai scissors on it. There we go. There you go. Kai scissors, and it's on a little string. But what it's for is you can take your Kai scissors and you just slide it over the nose of the scissors. And you could even do this. So you could put your, you could wear this like a necklace, and it holds your scissors. They don't fall out, as you can see. It holds it really well. So I just thought that was a neat little thing to have. Okay. That was Kai. That was all I got from Kai. All right, let me see what else I want to show you next. All right, I did stop by, Klum House was there, and I have purchased things from Klum House in the past. I've watched videos. I have never met Ellie Loom, who's the owner of Klum House, so I was very excited to get to meet her and just shop the booth. Her booth is beautiful, as you would expect if you've ever been on her site, and just seeing how the photos are and all of that. It's really good. So I picked up some waxed canvas. So I got this purple. It's like a magenta, what color do they call it? Plum. It's plum. Then I also got some black waxed canvas. And does it say what the weight is? Let me see. 12 ounce. This is 12 ounce wax canvas. And then I got navy. And so I only needed 2 colors because I also got her pattern for the Fremont tote. I just wanted to make it. I saw it in person. I was like, that's really cute, and that's a really cute size. I want to make that. Because even though, you know, I'm a designer myself, like I'm a maker first. I'm a maker and a sewist first. And also I love supporting people I know and my friends. So I'm always going to be making stuff from other people. I'm not the type of person that only makes my own stuff, because for one, that gets boring. And then I also find that when I make stuff from other designers, I get inspired and I get recharged, and it's like I don't have to think as much about my own stuff and how it goes together and how am I going to do this and how am I going to do that. I just let it happen. You know, I just go through the pattern and let it happen. So I was going to get, I got this and I couldn't decide which of the two colors I wanted. Did I want to make a tote like this or like this or like this? I could not decide. So if you have a preference on colors, like which two colors do you think would look with the grayest for this tote, please put it in the comments because I'm having a hard time deciding. So I decided just to get all three colors. And then they also had the hardware kit for it. And this was a little pricey, I'm not gonna lie. The pattern was a little pricey, but I'm not gonna tell you how much it was. But it comes in this great little kit, this little envelope. I mean, everything is top notch. So you get what you pay for, right? That's what I'm gonna make. So you'll probably see me post about that. Gorgeous. Ellie was just so nice. Like, so normal and so down to earth. And like, I wish I could have spent more time talking to her. So I really enjoy it. We were talking for a little while. I don't know how long it was, but it was, there was nobody else in the booth. So it was just her and I. We were just chatting and it was just so nice to be able to talk to her. And so now I can say that I know her. So that was exciting. So that's again from Klum House, and they have, like I said, the neatest stuff, and everything is just like, it's very cool. And they have kits, and like I said, they have hardware kits, material kits, they have all sorts of stuff like that. Okay, so I'm getting down. I'm gonna save the best for last because you'll see why in a second. But I also stopped by Fireweed Stitches. And Fireweed Stitches is based out of Alaska. So I was very excited that they were there. And I got like all sorts of hardware. Some cool D-rings. Let's see. This is a chalk pen or pencil, but you know, it's got the chalk inserts that you can put into it. Let's see, more hardware. I already showed you those. There's this neat closure. I'm going to be, what is this called? Infinity gunmetal. It's an infinity shaped closure. I'm going to be using that in one of my upcoming patterns, so keep your eye out for that. Of course, we've got chains here. These are some strap decorations, which are really cool. Let's see, more infinity chains. I got another infinity chain, just some different zipper pulls. I thought that was really cool. Some silver D-rings. They're just a little bit of a different shape, a little bit elevated, you know, in the design. So a rainbow chain. Some silver zipper pulls. That's what they're called, zipper pulls. Another silver infinity closure. And then I got a small pair of snips just to stick on my sewing machine. And all of that was Fireweed Stitches. And what I love, or one of the things I love, well, first of all, I love them because they have really neat hardware, and she ships really fast. Even though it's from Alaska, it comes really fast. So they do a great job with shipping. Okay, also, her name is Kathy, so obviously she's great. All right, so that's from Fireweed Stitches. And then I found a new company that I had not heard of before. Let me just pull their stuff out. I just got a couple things from them to try, but Strapworks here, they have all sorts of different types of straps. They did have some webbing that was on clearance, and so I picked up this, what was this, 20, how much is this? I don't know if I can tell, but it's this amount of webbing and it's this print. I just thought that that could be a really fun print to do on solid, you know, with a solid bag. You could add your pop of color or design, texture, print, whatever, with a really fun webbing. So this whole piece of webbing here was $15. I don't know how many yards are in here because I can't quite read what that says, but it was on in their clearance bin, and it was $15. Can't beat that. And then they had these straps, so like this, and I thought, ooh, the 522 business bag. This could be a great handle to use for that, and we would just sew these into the bag, right? With this nice rubber handle. So I got a couple of those. I got like 4 of those to try on some business bags. So we'll see how that works. Also, the lady was showing us that they also made it where you attached it like this, and then you had hardware and of course other stuff that went off this end, but then you could use this as the handle for your pet leash. So a much more comfortable grip for walking your pet. And yeah, I just thought that was really cool. So I'm going to give those a try. Something I was not expecting to buy, but something that's neat nonetheless. All right, now I think, oh no, I take it back. I've got one more thing, and then I'll show you all the cork that I got from So Many Creations. So I have a, if you can see it back here, this is the Tula Pink Oliso iron, the small one, the small project iron, and I have it plugged in right now. I can't pull it closer, unfortunately. But there was an Oliso tent, and look what they have. Look how cute this is. Oh, it's so cute. It's just felt, but it's a carry case for your little mini project irons. And it even has this opening here in the toe so that your, you know, the silicone mat that you have will stick out of there, and everything you can just slide it all in, zip it up, and then you have the cutest little carry case ever for your iron. So if you're going to a retreat, going to a class, going to an expo, whatever it is, you can just pack your iron in that and go. And I was like, sold. Sold. I have to have it. So all right, so let me show you now, of course. Oh, hold on. I got one more print from Mormino. From Mormino vinyl. This somehow snuck in the other pile. This is Ash Violet. And this is a mid-weight luxe vinyl. So, I'm sticking to the purples a lot lately, I've noticed. So, and let me tell you, prove my point with this ash. Look at this cork that I got. This is from Jess at So Many Creations. It is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. If you know her blueprint that has like kind of like sea glass colors, I use that one a lot. That's like my all-time favorite print from Jess at So Many Creations. This one is that, but it's like in purples and grays, and it's like gorgeous. But look at that together. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's incredible. So, yeah. I had to have, all she had was this small piece left. Unfortunately, sad, sad, sad. But I got it, so it's not all that sad. But she said she might be ordering more. So if you like it, tell her, hey, that like purpley gray print vinyl, that's like the sea glass leaves. I call them leaves. Sea glass, I don't know what it's called actually. It's just my favorite. But tell her to print this one. I told her we need more of this one. So if more people tell her, hopefully we can get her to do it. But I can't wait to use that. Okay, so that's one, but that's not, I got this from Jess, but that's not what I was going to show you. I was going to show you all of the solid color prints that I got from Jess at So Many Creations. She has, if you're not familiar with her, I'm just rolling this one up real quick. She has the most gorgeous cork that I've ever seen. And it's all a really good quality. I like the quality. I don't have a problem with her cork ever cracking or just like not wearing very well. Her cork is always, it just works really well. Like I've never had a problem with it. It's a dream to sew on. Cork is a dream to sew on. And I think that the cork that Jess gets is a really great quality. So if you haven't tried cork before, please go check out So Many Creations. And again, I'll link to that in the description in this video and get you some cork. Okay, so now let me show you all of the solids. I told her, Jess, I need solids. Please bring solid corks to the expo so I can get some from you. So let me show you all the solids I got. I got this green, yellow. See if I can hold this here. This like lime color. All right, hold on. I'm going to put these down so it's easier for me to grab. I've got yellow, lighter yellow, and then red. It's kind of like, it's more of like a tomato color maybe. It's not like a red. It's more like a rust or a burnt red. Then I got, I think this one's called, what is this one called? Besides beautiful. Besides beautiful, I think this one's like a pink lemonade or I don't know. I don't know if that's what it's called or if I'm just making up names. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, I had so much fun. Okay, I got 4 more colors to show you. This one that's like a denim. Then I have another, like a little bit darker, like a mauve, kind of a mauve pink. This one that has a bit of more of a kind of a greenish tint to it. And then this one, bright and bold. So, and then, so getting all those solids, and then I said, I need this one too, because I kept picking it up. And you know when you pick something up and you put it back, and you pick it up and you put it back, and you keep going back to it, I was like, I just gotta get it. I just gotta get it. So that is the printed cork, but it was so funny because I put all the solids down and I put this one down, and Jess was like, one of these is not like the other. I was like, yeah. I couldn't help myself, but I had to have this printed cork. Okay, so let me pick all these up if I can. I don't know if you can see them in the camera. There we go. There. Here is all of my corks that I got from So Many Creations. I'm so excited with the selection that I got. These corks right here are going to be going into the project kits for my metallic project bag that I will be teaching at the Sew Whatever Summit coming up in April. So if you're coming to the summit, you can look for one of these corks. You're going to have one of these corks in your kit. We're going to be making the bag with cork, and it's going to be gorgeous. So I'm so excited, and I cannot wait to be at the summit and be with everybody again. All right, guys, I think that is it. I think that is my full recap. That's everything that I got. Not a ton this time, but it was enough that I wasn't able to consolidate any suitcases. So, but yeah, if you get a chance to go to Sew Expo, if you have never been, it is huge. I think there was something like 18 classrooms and over 100 classes that were available that you could take. Plus, you had the free stage and the demos, and then all the things in the expo. So I highly recommend it. It was great. So hopefully I get to go back next year and have some more fun. All right, guys, so that is it. That is my recap. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions on anything you saw, please feel free to drop a message here, drop a comment, or you can always email me and then I will get back to you through email as well. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you have a great day and go sew something fun.